Hello everyone, today I will show you how to create your very own search bar in your project. In my example, I have multiple children in a scroll box for different materials for an in-game map editor. Once I start typing, children not related to what I enter start collapsing and are hidden. When two materials have the same letters at the beginning of each word, they will both be visible until you're finished typing what you exactly want. And that's all. Alright, before I get into the actual programming, the list in which I showed in this viewport was just for demonstration purposes only. In fact, there are no buttons in this scroll box that can be clicked. They're just borders I added in for cosmetic purposes. I even made the search icon in Paint just as a cosmetic. However, this tutorial is only meant for a scroll box that you already have in your project. I will not be going over how to add a scroll box or how I exactly made mine. I'm only just showing how I program the search system and how to add it into your project. First off, in your project, you will want to add a text box in so the user can type in stuff. In my example, I have a vertical box that contains a scroll box for the children, and the horizontal box that contains the text box for the user to type in stuff, and a search button. So in your project, first look for the text box and add in an event. The event we will add is OnTextChanged. So the first thing we will do is add in a variable called search text. Type this in here. Okay. And the variable type will be a string. Now we will add a sequence in. Drag that up here. And we're going to add another pen. So there's 3 pens in total. Now we will drag this down here. And we will type in 2 lower, dragging off from the text from the OnTextChanged event. What this does is it sets whatever the user types in lowercase so that our search system won't be so picky on whatever they type in. Then we will drag in the search text and set it. Then we will get the return value and connect that into the search text. Then we can clean this up. Now from our then1 output, we can connect it to a for loop. Now in your project, whatever list, such as a scroll box or a vertical box, holds your children, we will have to access the total amount of how many children that list has. So in my project, I have a scroll box that contains all of the children we have in here. And down to the bottom left, we can see all the children types I have, such as grass, dirt, stone, or cobblestone. Back to the graph, we want to get the search box that holds all the children. Now we will get the child count. Dragging off from the scroll box, type in get child count. Then we will get this return value and connect it with the last index. Now we will duplicate the scroll box using Ctrl W and type get child at, connect that with the index. Now we will get our search text and type in get character array from string. Then we will connect this to a for each loop. We can connect the loop body into the execute input. And now we will get each of our child names in our scroll box. So first, we will drag this down for more room. Now from this return value, we can type in toText object. And we can duplicate this get character array from string and connect this to the toText. Now, if we get a copy, drag this up here, and connect the array index into the integer value here, now we can check if the array element equals our child name. So when we type in equal, we're confronted by 2 nodes. The first node is an equal string, and the second node is a case-insensitive string. Our search bar will be lenient on what the user types in, so we can have it case-insensitive, meaning if 2 words are the same, but one of them is in capital letters and the other one is in lowercase, it will still equal the same word. So we can click on this and connect this to the get node. Now we can drag in a branch and connect the loop body into the output. And now we can create two isValid nodes. Duplicate that for the false and connect that in. Now if we type in get substring, we can connect the source string into our search text variable, and the length can be the array index from our for each loop. We can also duplicate this and connect the source string into the text object. Now just clean it up. Finally, we'll connect this length into the array index from our for each loop. Then we will check if these two get substrings equal each other, and we will also make it case insensitive. And we'll connect this to a branch. From our branch, we'll connect this into the isValid from our true execution. And then back to the branch, we will add a setVisibility node, and we'll set this to visible. Finally, for the false execution, we will add another setVisibility node, and we'll set this to collapsed. Now if we go back over here, we can add in a reroute node. Then we can connect it to all of our object inputs, and the visibility ones too. Now if we go at the beginning of our code, we can get the search text variable and drag across to an equal case insensitive string. Then we'll drag off a branch and connect that to our then to in our sequence. Now we will add a for loop and get our scroll box, get children count, connect the return value into the last index. Then we can duplicate the scroll box, type in get child at, then connect this index into the get child at index. Now we can check if it's valid using isValid. Then drag that up here and connect the execution into the loop body. Now if we type in setVisibility and have it set to visible, we can connect this to the isValid and drag from the return value from the getChild node into the target. And that's all of our code for the search bar. The first then sets the search text so it's easier to access throughout the code. Our second then searches for an item closely related to the one the user types in. If the letters of each compared word doesn't match, then the visibility of the child will be collapsed. However, if the length of the given substrings do match, the child would be visible. Finally, for our third then, this sets all the children visible if there is nothing in the search bar. After that, we can compile and save, and now we can play. So now, in our list, we can search for a specific item. Thanks so much for watching my video, and if you enjoyed it, perhaps leave a like and a subscribe. Have a great day.